etc.
Yeah.
Lauren was down here too. So
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You got to fly with Lauren. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it says we're live, Ron.
Oh, well,
but the show's not going to start until I mute that second screen.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and do the sound check and checkmate King 2. This is White Work over. You hear me?
I hear you good, but I don't hear you.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay, the second screen's coming up.
Yeah, I was way ahead of you, Ron. I'd already had to mute mine.
There you go. Well, the guy hosting it always last. Okay, folks, here we go. Are we ready? We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and welcome into DroneNation for October 7th, 2024. The title of this show is The DJI Neo Comes to the U.S. and even comes to Idaho. Subtitle there. But, folks, we're back here in the show. Marcus and myself and DeMarco. DeMarco will be in later in the show here tonight. And our special guest tonight is, of course, you see him down below, Captain Ray Kelly.
Thank you for the invite.
Taken care of right away. DeMarco sent in his football pick. We have the New Orleans Saints with a record of 2-2 versus the Kansas City Chiefs that are undefeated with a 4-0 record.
Yeah, right.
Now, the Chiefs are giving 5 points tonight, and our master predictor, Coach Moore, is going with the Chiefs in the 5 points tonight. He will be here later on, and DeMarco gave me this pick in the middle of the afternoon. I know the game's going on already, but this is hermetically sealed from this afternoon. So to get that business over with. And one more a bit of news here. Hurricane Milton, yes, another hurricane is heading or barreling to Central Florida, Tampa, Florida, with an estimated time of arrival of Tuesday. I don't know what time Tuesday, but we're sending out our thoughts and prayers for all our drone brothers and everyone in the path of this storm, including Candono, Bill the drone reviewer, Ray, you had a couple other ones. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dusty's over on the west coast of Bradenton.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and I think it's going to be a bad one. So I hope these guys are taking precautions. Really.
Ray, what about your condo on the East Coast? Are you?
No, I should be all right. Yeah. We got the hurricane shutters up when we leave, and they're going to get a lot of rain, no doubt about that. But I don't think it's going to be bad.
And of course, Alex Ricardo and Al Cicero, they're all down there in South Florida near Miami. And Alex said they're not going to get the hurricane, but sometimes they get tornadoes and storms like that on the edge of the hurricane.
I don't think there's going to be too much drone flying being done now.
Right. Those guys, yeah. So, hey, listen,
our thoughts and prayers are with those guys. Stay safe. Most importantly, stay safe.
Yes. And so we don't forget it, Ray, and we got you on here. Can we do an update on the South Florida drone meetup at Jensen Beach next April? Give me the date.
Yeah, April 4th to the 7th, 2025.
Yes.
At the Jensen Beach Causeway Park. But yeah, we got 109 people on the list that say they're coming, and I'm amazed by the response, and we're getting sponsors that are signing up already, and that's always great, But I'm looking forward to it, and don't kid yourself, April will be here before you know it.
Or we know.
And I will say this though: if you haven't booked your room at the Hampton Inn and Suites, please do it, because we only get a block of 25 rooms for our group, and I know it's going to sell out. So.
Ray, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow, Ray.
Oh, man, I did it weeks ago, and the thing is, I'm sure, like you said, I would have thought maybe it would have sold out already, because I know there were a lot of people.
I know
signing up, and it's probably worth talking a little bit about. Ron, are we gonna meet up in Jupiter a few days before?
Yeah, we'll probably do the Jupiter drone pre-meetup or the meetup before the meetup. Right? You were a big part, but you were there one day with us.
I know that's a great time, also.
Well,
Du Bois Park is such a great place to fly, also.
The boys like the spot in Carlin Park we go to, also, right, Marcus?
They do. I got a question for Captain Ray though. I've heard a lot about your famous secret spots.
That's not so secret anymore.
We You need to. Yeah, Peanut. I've always wanted to see Peanut Island too. That's right.
Peanut Island is a great secret spot. Ron's been there.
Right.
Yeah.
Will you have enough time to kind of lead an expedition over the Peanut Island next year or this?
Yeah, we might be able to squeeze in
like a little day trip over there.
A water taxi ride, or if you get up early, you don't even have to fly. You fly on the mainland side and get shots of Peanut Island and the inlet. And if you're lucky enough, you might even get the cruise ship coming in. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's a sunrise type of flight.
Speaking of cruise ships, you know that Bob Dempsey and his wife Audrey are putting together a pre-drone meetup cruise. Yes. Which sounds like a great idea to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Marcus, that's even pre-Jupiter meetup.
It's pre-Jupiter. So the way they timed it, and this is all this community working together. That's what all this is, right? So he's timed it where, they know that Ron likes to have us all come into Jupiter and meet up a few days before, and it's always great fun. So what Bob and Audrey did, they have this cruise set up a few days before that. Well, it's the week before that. So yeah, it's
an 11-day cruise.
Is it 11 days?
San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're gonna be my guests on my show Thursday night. They're gonna be telling everybody all about it.
Oh, good. Wow. Well, I'll leave it alone, but I just think it's a little bit of genius, quite frankly.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, did you guys see what Jay Bird's saying in the chat there? He said it's a cat 5 already in Florida.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. 180-mile-an-hour winds. The last I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, not good. But we're gonna keep up with that. And I do have a programming for you folks. Bill the Drone Review announced last week that he was going to do the show at 7 tomorrow night. And now he said as of right now the show is still on tomorrow night. Hurricane or no hurricane, but he has moved the show back to the original time of 8 o'clock. I think he moved it up for the Panthers game, but he's going to go back to 8 and not be at 7 if he can broadcast. But he plans on broadcasting as we stand right now. So
okay, good.
That's a program, straight from the horse's mouth there just a little while ago. Okay, Marcus, we have a tremendous DroneNation deal today. This was sent in by Zachary Key, which he's usually in the chats. I haven't seen him yet in here, but he's usually with us. And Marcus, we're going to go to you on this because you're an expert on this device. The DJI Action 2 Power Combo, 32 gigabytes, without magnetic protective case, action camera with extended battery module, only $149 on Amazon Prime days. It's the 8th night this deal is already on. But before I even let you talk there, Marcus, also the DJI Action 2 dual screen combo, 32 gigabytes without magnetic protective case, only $179. And I have DroneNation affiliate links for both items. And I'm going to throw it to Marcus because he has some experience with this camera, and he can tell us the difference between these different combos here.
Yeah, so the first one you talked about, the $149 one, it just doesn't have the front screen. Otherwise, the camera and everything is the same. The second one is the one you want. Well, at least for me personally, I like having that dual screen, so you can
for only another $30.
For only another $30, so you can frame up the shot.
That's the one you have, right?
I do. Yes. Yeah. The other thing that's very necessary with that camera is that magnetic cover that they're talking about, because what that does, it provides a heat sink that allows extra cooling. I'm just telling you, if you don't have that on there, that camera heats up and shuts down really fast. So you got to have that on there.
And now this camera is a couple years old at this point, but they haven't really replaced it because the newer actions are a whole different camera. And you like the versatility of this thing as far as being small and you can put it a lot of different places, right?
Yeah, it's handy in certain situations. And I quite frankly, I'm using the Action 4 pretty much full time now, and the Action 2 has been relegated to a backup. But there are situations you can pull that little top camera module off, and it's very small. and you can use it in a lot of situations.
Don't they even have a kind of I'll call it a necklace where you can
Yep,
kind of wear
they
it?
do. Wear it on your chest. Yeah,
POV, yeah. So it's very versatile. And now I do believe, since this is 32 gigabytes, this is the older model. They came out with a newer model within the past year. I think it's 128 gigabytes now.
128. They addressed kind of a shortcoming that a lot of people they needed more memory, because what they're saying is that top part of the camera, because it's the only part of it that's waterproof, there's no holes in it, so it has to have internal memory to save the video.
Yeah, makes sense. Now,
I don't know about you guys, but I get so excited about Amazon Prime days,
Oh, yeah.
because you really can save a lot of money,
can.
finding these sales.
Yeah.
But the
Especially
question is, do you think there's going to be some good drones
Well,
in the Prime Day
That'd be a
sale?
story, yeah.
I just happen to have a couple that were sent to me. Hey, the Phoenix V11 Pro. Now, it's not the only one. Not the only one. Holy Stone has come out with a new HS600. This is the HS600D.
Okay.
Are they part of that Prime sale?
I'm sure they will be. I haven't taken either one of them out of the box yet, so I can't tell you much about them. But yeah.
Hey, Marcus, just ballparking here. You don't have to be exactly. What did this Action 2 cost when it first came out?
I'm trying to remember, Ron. I mean, it was like
ballparking it.
Yeah, it was like $300. Yeah, so this is almost half price. Yeah,
and it's still a viable camera.
it looks great. Well, you've seen it. Yeah, it looks great. Looks really good. In fact, if I was still using, I'd be perfectly fine. Still be happy just using that.
And this is probably the lowest price we've ever seen.
Johnny's saying $329.
Yeah, $329. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Johnny has it as well. Johnny has that camera as well.
Yeah, Johnny loves it too. Yeah. So
I'm still a GoPro guy when I use it, and I very rarely use it because I use the iPhone. You guys know I love the iPhone.
Can I tell you guys a little secret? I went flying this weekend with another guy who has just been hardcore GoPro with all of his cameras his whole time. You know what he pulled out? It was just yesterday, as a matter of fact. He got the Action 5. He switched.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He got GoPro this time.
Yeah.
Well, that says something.
That's Dr. B. He's in the chat right now, Ted.
Hey,
he
Dr.
was
Ted, how you doing?
He was filming everything with that Action 5, and he likes it.
He was getting some good video.
Yep.
Good B-roll.
Yep.
It's a good camera, that's for sure.
Okay, I saw your video, by the way, Marcus. Your video on the Neo, it was cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Marcus. Marcus, one of the big stories come up here is Marcus.
More to come.
All about his Neo and his experiences with the celebrity droner too. But we're gonna work through this story first. Our good friend Igor. I won't even say his last name because I want to mispronounce it. But good old Igor over at Quattro News on Twitter's. He leaked almost all the specs for the Air 3S last night. Including the unboxing video. Now, of course, the key things, he doesn't have the release date, but we think Jasper may have leaked that today, and he doesn't have the exact pricing. So we're still missing exact U.S. pricing and exact U.S. release date. But Bill, the drone reviewer, shared with us, Marcus and I, a leak from Jasper Ellens, and Jasper thinks it's going to be the 23rd,
right?
Which is a Wednesday for the release of the Air 3S. And if that is true, DroneNation, well, I'll have to check my doctor's schedule, but DroneNation will be on that morning with a release special, and Marcus Crawford may or may not hit the buy button that morning. You never know. So you got to come in.
Well, I'll let you say. You go ahead, Captain Ray.
My money's that Marcus is going to hit the buy button.
Ding, 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 ding. You are absolutely right.
You got to tune in because you never know. There's no guarantees in life.
But the question is, do you think it's going to be a pre-order or it'll be a release, a buy?
Ray, I think if I run for president, I'm going to outlaw pre-orders.
Really? Okay.
I'm not a fan of pre-orders.
I'm not either. No.
No, it's a pain in the You see the product, you're ready to buy the product, you want to be able to put your order in and have it shipped. That's what you want.
Don't even put a product up for sale until it's ready to ship.
I'm going to make another prediction. Michael
Yeah.
Wright's going to hit the buy button too.
Well, it very, very well could be.
I'll make another prediction, Captain Ray. Your co-host on the Fly for Fun show, he's going to hit the buy button too.
He's not buying anymore in the drones, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Bird says he's buying it.
Yeah.
Johnny's going to pre-order it.
Hey, I see. Ted is saying that. Yeah, much better quality.
In his opinion.
He's talking about the Action 5. Yeah.
Oh, look, Laura says they're probably going to release that Air 3S in Canada first again.
Oh, you think they're going to do that? Okay. Yeah.
That's it then. I'm making a trip up to Calgary.
And Bill Dreamy says we're all hitting that buy button that day. But let me see if I can get some of this information up here. Everybody's kind of waiting.
Well, you know, it's going to be an awesome drone. You know.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get some info going on here. I want to.
I tell you that unboxing today gets you so excited, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Now here's a little kind of publicity photo that Igor put up there with the Air 3S and the I guess that's the RC N3 that came out with the Neo sitting beside it there. So that's kind of like a base package there, but and they got it at sort of a mountainous look. Hey, Marcus, did you have that by the Snake River? That looks like a river and some cliffs and stuff. That could have been Marcus and Lauren out at the Snake River.
Oh yeah, you never know. Now you can't say Lucky Peak Reservoir because there was a huge TFR. In fact, there's still a huge TFR over Lucky Peak. So yeah, I wanted to take. Well, I'm probably spoiling our little news for later on.
You can give them a little sneak peek before we get to the main portion.
Yeah, so you got somebody visiting. You definitely wanted to take them out to the Snake River Canyon. Of course, we spent a lot of time out there. But however, Lucky Peak Reservoir. But we had a fire, not just because of the tankers coming in to fill up out of the reservoir. The fire was at Lucky Peak and actually came over the top of the ridge right down into homes in Boise. They had a big firefight keeping them out of Boise. And so, yeah, there's a huge TFR there. And in fact, I got an email today from the Army Corps of Engineers because I have a permit to fly out there. And they said, listen, please just stay away from here. Stay away. We got too much stuff going on. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, now I skipped. This is story number 5. I'm going back to 4. We didn't cover all 4 yet, but our other good friend Jasper Ellens, he posted this kind of last week. Here is like kind of the publicity photos that you're going to appear in, different websites and magazines and so on. Of what looks like the basic Flymore kit that comes with that RCN3 rather than the RC2, whatever. But here's a nice thing. Marcus and I talked about this offline a couple of days ago. It includes ND filters in a Flymore kit. We haven't got ND filters in a Flymore combo for quite a while, so that's a nice addition. We get the 3 battery charging hub. We kind of get a bag that looks similar to the bag that came out with the Air 3, sort of like a side bag. What's the name? Where they have a name for those bags? Like the camera bag style.
A purse.
Well, they have
I like that style of bag. I do.
I do too. I've kind of warmed up to it. Let me.
I still have my Air 2S in my little bag like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoulder bag is, I think I'm trying to say, Marcus.
Okay, shoulder bag.
So Ron, take a look at that picture. That almost looks like a corduroy looking thing. I don't know. Maybe it's the same.
Yeah, it could just be the light hitting the
it could just be the lighting. Photo. Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty.
I mean, the only thing I can complain about the bag, yours looks better than mine, but my Air 3S never goes all the way down to the side that it's in, kind of sticks up a little higher than the other side. But that'd be my only complaint about the bag.
Yeah,
it is a well-made, high-quality bag. So, what do you think of this layout here, Marcus or Ray? This display here.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm getting excited, and I love this Mavic 3. I really do. I love it. But this Air 2S, you see these photos, I mean, the Air 3S, you see the photos and that unboxing today got me so excited. You just never know. Really.
I want to point out, Lauren is calling it a satchel. I like that. That's what we call it, a satchel.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned word, a satchel.
Yeah.
Satchel.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go to some of our
How you doing, Lauren?
specs here.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You got to the Snake River Canyon.
Oh, okay. Here's a good one, guys. Let's see here if I can make this bigger or something here and get it playing here. Got his box cutter out there. We know it's getting real where we're seeing in a box of shrink wrap. We know we're close. And luckily there's no music in this, so we don't have to worry about getting taken down.
Pulling out the satchel.
And Marcus, it doesn't look like corduroy there, does it?
It doesn't. No. So I think it's identical to the other one.
No, I don't mind a little corduroy. We grew up in the old days.
That's
corduroy back then.
Yeah. I had a lot of corduroy pants. How about you, Captain Ray?
I did. Yeah, I did. I love my corduroy pants.
Corduroy pants anymore. Hey, look, he got the good combo with the RCN too.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Battery thing. There's a drone itself. Take it out of the bag. Come on. You can't get that bag open. There it is. I get it on the camera now. He's bad at getting it on camera.
Yeah, he wasn't. He missed this part, didn't he? Yeah, he should have had it down.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
There it is. There it is.
Take that gimbal off.
Well, that was what was funny is watching him try
to get that protector off.
Yeah, I always have to say
he struggled.
Yeah.
Hey, I've struggled too.
You're a pro.
There's that Lidar sensor in the front, Marcus.
Yeah, I like that.
Look at that. Now, does the Air 3 camera protrude like that also? It doesn't seem. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to stop this because the controller is the same controller. It's almost over. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, it gets you so excited. It does.
Yeah. So hold on here. We got more goodies. This Igor really did his right here. Okay. Can you see that? Yeah. I don't think I can make that bigger, but
Eddie is saying that you should, instead of getting the Air 3, you should get the Potensic Atom.
He's got a 40-minute video.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
no doubt about it.
Here we go. Here, Igor says, here are the key features of the new drone Part 1. The weight is 724 grams. So, Marcus, we know that means it has to be registered and it has to have remote ID.
RID.
Yeah.
Yep. Camera dual camera, wide angle lens, medium tele. Camera wide angle CMOS sensor, 1 inch, 1.29 digital zoom range of 24 millimeters, f1.8, 50 megapixel. Did I read that correctly? 50 megapixels.
Let me stop you for just a second, Ron.
Yes.
So one of the things that was just huge and people went nuts over when the Air 3 came out was that it did not have a 1-inch sensor.
Oh, boy, they went bananas, Marcus.
Clearly DJI was listening.
Yeah.
And they're giving everybody the 1-inch sensor. But Ron has made this point many times. This is going to be the drone that makes Air 2S owners buy the new drone, the upgraded version.
Might have to sell my Air 2S.
Go ahead, Ray.
I'm sorry. I might have to sell my Air 2S.
Okay, everybody, if you want to pick up an Air 2S, you know who to talk to.
Johnny just sold his.
Really? Johnny sold his?
Or no. What he
sold his Mini 3 Pro.
He sold his Mini 3.
What, is there another Mini coming out we don't know about?
Well, Johnny's pretty much builds his own drones now. He doesn't. He just buys the pieces.
I saw that. Yeah, I know. He's building a 4-inch now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got rid of the wrong screen. So we may be missing a screen, folks. Sorry. Okay, here is part 3. I think I accidentally got rid of the part 2 screen here. System ball anti-shake 3-axis, flight duration up to 45 minutes. That's five more than we're getting now, at least. How about this, guys? Built-in memory, 42 gigabytes of internal memory, up from what, like something real small?
16? It was 16, I think. Yeah. Or 8. Right. Maybe it was even 8. I don't remember.
8, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
It supports micro SD up to 512. That's a SD card. I don't know what the current one is, but this one's 512. And the 42 is good because viewing the Action 5 Pro, it has something like a 42. I put a memory card in, but I've never used the memory card, and I've shot days and days, and I'm still in the 42 internal.
On the internal memory, sure.
Okay. It supports shooting in 10-bit D-Log and HLG, which I think the current one has. System sensor barrier detector around Lidars. That's a feature Marcus is interested in.
That is huge. That is huge. And I'm hoping that my experience contributed to that feature.
I was saying, would this feature help save an incident like you had with the wall?
It absolutely would. Absolutely would. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I felt so bad when I watched that video, Marcus.
Yeah,
I did. I really did.
Yeah, that's truthfully, that's the. I just think back, other than like some of those cheaper drones, that's the only time I've had anything like that ever happen. So
MHM has sold his Air 3. He's all ready to buy this Air 3S.
Wow. Yeah. People are ready to go. Okay, here's part 4 here. It has APAS 5.0. Are we currently at 5.0, Marcus?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember, but I believe so.
Yeah. And it has next gen return to home. Don't they call the current return to home next gen?
I can tell you, even the little Neo gives you the augmented reality return to home now.
Yeah, so maybe this is even better. If it is, that's all good. Mode flying, it has waypoints, quick shots, master shots, focus track, Spotlight 2.0, Active Track 5.0, and Point of Interest 3.0. The current one has all those. I don't know all the point numbers.
It sounds identical. It doesn't sound like there's any new features.
But we may have something here new, Marcus. Additional features. Night mode, which we already have. Hyperlapse, we already have. Slow motion, we already have. Smart Photo 3.0. Now, I've heard them use Smart Photo before, but I don't remember anything. No place on my Air 3 doesn't say anything about Smart Photo.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I can tell you, I remember Smart Photo originally came on the original Air 2, right, Ron?
I believe
where that one began.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love Smart Photo. It is it's essentially just automatically gives you an HDR photograph.
And it may what may be going on here. Maybe the Air 3 had Smart Photo, but it's just not a feature anymore. It's just kind of baked in.
And that's kind of always what I assumed too, Ron.
Yeah, so they may be advertising something that who knows.
Yeah.
And then it has quick transfer, which almost all the current drones.
That quick transfer works great. I use it all the time. I really love it.
The quick transfer, Ray?
I do. I download my photos as soon as I finish flying, right at the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now you do most of your editing on your phone, right? Or on an iPad?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nothing fancy. I just like to get it done quickly.
Now, sorry, folks. I've actually got rid of the tab with whatever part 2 of the features were, but I don't remember what was on there. So I won't be able to get it back without disrailing.
Don't worry about it, Ron. I think we kind of hit the high spots anyway. So
yeah. So
it's going to be a great drone, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So it's almost none of the specs are unknown. Just we don't have a verified release date. And we don't have a verified price for the U.S. market. Yeah, and now some people thought when he leaked all this stuff that we would get the letter tomorrow or the teaser thing tomorrow. But if it's not coming until the 23rd, we probably won't see that teaser until next week for the product. So just keep your eye on your mailbox, DJI. If you're a subscriber, you'll get the emails.
That's it. It's what's worth noting is that we just don't know. So I mean, we're looking at all these rumors. like everybody else. So
I love the rumors though. I love
yeah,
the leaks. Really.
Yeah. Hey, look, our good friend Alex Ricardo's in the chat there, Ray.
I saw him. Yeah, I said hello to him
He says
earlier.
radar. He says he read Lidar will help with low light OA.
it should.
And
So-
I would say Alex is going to get it.
Alex is going to get it. Oh boy.
The Lidar, it's the easy way to think of it is it's infrared. So, whether low light or whatever kind of, whatever your lighting conditions, it doesn't affect it. But what it does, it's like radar, only it's infrared light waves. So, your drones, all your drones already have it on the bottom right now. Those two little dots that you see on the bottom of your drone, one of them is a sender and one of them is a receiver. And as the drone's coming down, it's sending waves down, receiving them, tells it how high it is off the ground, tells it when it's landed to know to shut off the props.
Thank you. And Bill Thomas is saying that the Mavic 4 prototype does not have LiDAR, which is strange since they moved the sensors up top. I guess maybe the Mavic 4 is going to keep the LiDAR sensors where they were before.
Well, no. So what we're talking about on this Air 3S is it'll still have the bottom facing LiDAR.
Okay.
Yeah.
This gets more LiDAR.
This gets that new sensor on the front, which will keep it from running into things. I get what Bill is saying there, but boy, what's weird is that you wouldn't think that their flagship drone would have any less capability than the drone.
Yeah,
below.
but you know what, Marcus? We didn't see that LiDAR sensor in the early leaks of the Air 3S either, so it could be coming to the final Mavic 4 product here. Johnny says he lied. He is ordering the Air 3S.
Well, yeah, as if we didn't all know that, Johnny.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Alex, old Fars, Bob Denson said he may need the LiDAR that will come safely. So, Richard has a good question here. Richard said, will the Air 3S use the Air 3 batteries? And unfortunately, Richard, I think that was in the slide 2 that I've eliminated that talked about the batteries. But It didn't say that. It didn't say one way or the other. To me, in the pictures, the batteries look the same. I mean, same size.
We probably won't know that for certain until the thing is released.
That day or whatever, for 100% sure. Whether they're swappable back and forth. Like the nice thing about the DJI Action 5 Pro is it did get new batteries at higher capacity, but they are compatible with the Action 4, and they even give the Action 4 the extra battery life too. So DJI made those batteries very swappable back and forth and compatible. You can use the Air 4 the Action 4 battery in the Action 5. You just won't get the 3-hour or 4-hour battery life if you use that. But hopefully the same situation applies with the Air 3 and Air 3S. The batteries are swappable. With the 45 minutes, I'm guessing that we're going to get a higher capacity battery for the Air 3S to eke out those extra 5 minutes. So, and you say that's only 5 minutes, but I mean, right now, I mean, the Air 3 can fly longer than you really need. But I'm one of those people. I may fly a couple of different spots in the same day in the same location, and I can do it all in one battery now. Or I may fly a sunset. I may get the next morning and fly the sunrise. I don't run a battery all the way through just for the heck of it. If I'm done filming, I stop the drone and use that battery the next shoot. Now, again, if I don't plan on flying for a week or two, whatever, then I may have a different strategy. But I'd often say I'm not going to fly in a week or two. I often think I'm going to fly the next couple of days. But okay, let's get on to the DJI Neo. Started shipping out to the U.S. flyers last week, the ones who ordered directly from DJI, the mothership. And this week, the people who ordered them from Amazon will receive their Neos by the end of this week or whatever. Supposedly, they mean Amazon gets them on the 8th and is shipped out by the 10th. But our own Marcus Crawford received a special Neo order recently and got a chance to test it out over the weekend. And the Neo got a firmware update last week that also added improved positioning for the drone. Marcus, I'm going to let you take over for a few minutes here and give us kind of your early experiences with the Neo. And you have already published a video where you had to track you in your e-bike out in the park. And I mean, as we've seen in some other videos, it did I think the Neo is the best tracking drone of all because of the way it follows you rather than tries to pick its own way through. It follows directly behind you. So if you can get through an opening, it can too. And I think that beats the drone trying to figure out an alternative way through.
Well, there's pluses and minuses there, Ron, but I get exactly what you're saying. Here's what it really brings to the table is ease of use. So you saw in that video, it was my first, I'm not going to say it's the first time I fired it up, because the night before I fired it up to do the firmware update, right? Lauren loaned it to me, and I guess I want to say that right now too. I want to thank Lauren and Drone Dynamics in Calgary for loaning me that drone to give it a shot. And there's DeMarco.
Coach DeMarco has joined us from the practice field.
Yeah. One more week. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. So
good.
I think we got a little delay.
Okay, I mean, I'm just okay. So it's the ease of use. You saw the first time I flew it, it was very, very easy to launch that drone. So I had never flown it before. I just followed the dumb instructions, press the button, it launches out of your hands. It's looking at you. You take off and the drone follows you. It's that simple. And then when you're done with the flight, you stop and you turn around, you approach the drone, you stick your hand underneath the drone, it drops in your hand. That easy. And it starts recording and does that all on its own. And I can see where that would be a handy little feature to have. And it has also within that a number of they don't call them quick shots anymore. I'm trying to remember what they call them. They got a different name for them. But essentially the droney and so forth and stuff that we're used to in the quick shots. The other little reveal that I'm going to tell you about right now is the next day, Lauren and I went out to the Snake River Canyon.
Don't tell me you sent it over the side of the canyon. Don't tell me that.
But with the controller, I got the Canadian version that came with the controller, right? I mean, we sent that sucker just right over the side of the canyon.
Oh, no.
Oh, really? All right, Marcus. That's cool.
And it did just fine. You know what? It did just fine. I sent it out there quite a ways too. And it was like flying any other camera bird, really. It was a lot noisier. I could hear it way out there. I mean, not louder, but the whine of it is higher pitched, so you hear it more. But yeah, it flew great, and it took some nice video too. So now that drone is on its way back to the Great White North right now with Lauren. So I'm back in the kind of the same position that DeMarco is. I'm going to have to probably order one on Amazon.
No.
Remember my affiliate link. Marcus.
Okay, so I should get it off at Best Buy, DeMarco? You said no to Amazon?
No. Like, we're not in the same position. I'm not buying one. So
you look like you were having a lot of fun with it, Marcus. You really, I could tell you were enjoying that maiden flight.
Captain Ray, you couldn't wipe the grin off my face that day. That was more fun than, yeah.
Hey, look what our friend Bob Dempsey's saying. He's guessing that they'll maybe have 1 or 2 Air 3s to give away at the Vegas meetup.
I see that. Yeah. Very cool,
Air
Bob.
Air 3 units.
Air 3
units.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Mike writes Neo combo is scheduled to arrive tomorrow evening by Amazon. Mike must live right down the street from the Amazon warehouse. Or maybe he's getting a drone delivery.
It's possible. Yeah. One of those Walmart drones.
I'll have to say to everybody who's going to the Vegas meetup, sit next to Michael Wright, because that's a lucky seat.
Marcus, something I didn't notice in your video. Did you have, when you flew the Neo at the park, did you have both sets of props on, or did you take the smaller prop guards off?
it already had all the full prop guards
It
on
was fully caged.
Yeah, fully caged, and I don't know why you wouldn't just leave them on. It's kind of how it's designed.
Some
to be.
people say it flies better, faster without them.
Okay, if you want to, if another 1 meter or half a meter per second is going to make the difference to you, take them out.
I understand if your intention is to fly fast, why you have the Neo out there?
Why do you have that drone to begin with? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. If you want to fly fast, go get your Vada 2 out or something.
Yeah.
KC Crime Fighter, he was watching YouTube, received notification of Best Buy. I'll guess Neo on Wednesday. Last time I looked at Best Buy, they still didn't, like sold out or whatever. They didn't have anything.
Hey, trust me, Casey, you are going to have more fun with that little drone. It is just a riot. It's not going to replace any other drones, but it's still a lot of fun.
Atlantic Adventures, he sent his Neo back already.
Well, I wish you'd have sent it to me.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. There you go.
Tom, I saw your video on the Neo too today.
Yeah, Tom put up a little video. He vlogged out in the middle of the desert with it.
So did you see Lauren's got a comment here I'm going to put up for a second, Ron?
Way behind, probably.
He's saying that if you remove those, you're using the FPV controller, which I guess that makes sense, right? So if you're flying FPV, take them off.
Okay.
Now, who put out a video just in the last day or two? It was Half Chrome. He said, it could fly in acro manual mode, whatever, but he said it's not a very good manual acro drone at all. He said, yeah, it could do it, but it's a poor acro manual drone fly.
Except for DJI said that up front. They said, don't do that. They basically, and when they came out with the thing, they said, hey, this is a drone you can learn how to fly, throttle control, etc., fly manual. They said right up front, it's not designed to do flips, to do anything else. And yeah, John Coopy's giving me a hard time. I rode my little scooter over to the park without a helmet on.
Marcus, does Idaho have any helmet law regulations or laws?
Idaho, are you joking? You can't be serious.
Yeah.
There's no law for seniors, Marcus. Seniors have to have a seatbelt or something on.
Boy, the only response I can think of includes a lot of expletives, DeMarco.
Right.
So I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You
got me and Captain Ray over here on this side. You're about to
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I tell you, I thought he was my friend, Ray.
I know. You got to watch him. You got to watch DeMarco.
Okay, let's move on to number 8. FTI Consulting did an audit of the DJI drones and found all first-party data transmission stayed right here in the United States, nowhere else. They confirmed that DJI uses certificate pinning, which verifies client-server connection through authentication. I can't say
Authentication.
I can't speak. And transport layer security, ensuring privacy between multiple applications. DJI restricted network mode allows users to switch things like map services off, which prevents any location sharing with third-party applications. And most importantly, local data mode for commercial users, first responders, law enforcement, hobbyists. Pretty much everyone that knows anything about drones has been screaming from the rooftops about DJI's local data mode, the ability to unequivocally eliminate outbound traffic from DJI drones works. No first-party to third-party traffic was found. And this is all from an article from Drone XL. Hey, Kessler, but our friend Russ over at 51 Drones has a whole video about this. And Russ is hoping that, people should share this video via that, that coalition with your state representatives or whatever, because anybody that watches his video or reads this report, I mean, it pretty much shoots down everything that they've been saying about the DJI drones for the past years in the Congress and Senate. Thoughts around the panel on this?
I think all of that is meaningless. I don't think it means a thing. I think whatever the incentive is behind banning DJI has they may be saying that that's what it is, but I don't think it really has to do with any
So
of it.
the facts don't matter in this case.
The facts don't matter.
And it's SCI Consulting isn't in China. It's a Maryland auditing thing that does all sorts of audits for government, private business. It's a well-known, it's a highly rated, well-known, consulting and audit firm. Ray, do you think?
It's good that Russ, brought this to light, really, because a lot of people aren't really that familiar with the whole issue that's going on. And again, to send this to your representatives can only help, really.
Right.
It can't hurt. That's very true. DeMarco, have you looked at this at all? Do you think this will help our cause come whatever voting day for this bill?
I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I think their minds are made up. One or two things. I think they are serious about this, or they're just trying to send a message. One or two.
So never let the facts get in the way of a good. Never let the facts get in the way of a good bill, huh?
Well, I know we did hear, or I saw on one of the live streams where supposedly DJI would make a factory in the United States if it came down to it. I don't know how true that is, and I forget who said it.
We did hear that,
but that would be good.
There again, Captain Ray, it makes me wonder if even that would satisfy whoever,
Yeah.
Well, there would be a foreign-made drone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I want the drone that's made in China, not the one that's made in Indiana, too. So.
Okay, another story here. We have the Neo out now, coming out in the U.S. now this week for everybody, but the Neo, it came out too slow to U.S. because the Hover Air 1 Pro Max has started arriving, at least in the hands of the influencers this week. I saw a couple of big influencers.
Eddie has it, right? Eddie has it.
Eddie has it. Yeah, Eddie has it. Big influencers just said that. And the 8K, but the problem is, Ray, the 8K mode doesn't seem to work on most of the quick shot modes. I think of all the quick shot modes, I think only two of them could they get the 8K mode to work. It wasn't Eddie. Somebody has one of the big channels, maybe it was Aldrin, tested this out. So it does have a few bugs already. I mean, the fully manual modes, the 8K seemed to work, but then that's kind of one of the big selling points of the Hover Air 1 Pro Max is it has a much better camera than the Neo does. I mean, it's not even in the same league. I mean, the Hover Air 1 Pro Max looks like it'll have a better camera than the Air 3S or whatever, And of course, the Pro Max model even comes with a little beacon and control. Of course, they're already complaining the beacon. They can't get the beacon to work yet. So it seems like Hover Air kind of put this out before the firmware was kind of up to snuff, on a lot of the features. Anybody have any impressions of the Hover Air so far based on some of these videos?
Well, I don't know based on the videos, Ron, but I will say this. It's not as versatile as the Neo. Now, it may take better video than the Neo as far as that selfie component goes, but can you fly it with a controller? Can you fly it with goggles and a?
You can, but it costs a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money.
I was going to say, man, the price point of the Neo,
but not FPV.
Right. So I don't know.
Well, I guess you have to weigh. That's why each person has to weigh what's more important: versatility or camera quality, whatever.
The other thing about the camera quality on a selfie drone like that, I think another part of the genius of what DJI did was that they made it good enough. And Ron, you and I have that conversation all the time. Yeah, if this was a camera drone, we're expecting top-notch video quality, etc. But a selfie drone, and the whole idea of a selfie drone is you're publishing things on social media that people are going to be looking at on a phone. That big sensor may not be as big of a deal, or as it otherwise would be.
Yeah,
and that allows, as Captain Ray said, that allowed them to keep the price.
The price point is so low, really.
Yeah. Of course, if you need, say, top-notch camera quality, then the low price doesn't help you. Now, I did see a video. Again, I wish I remember whose video it was, but he took the the Hover Air 1, the Pro Max, and the Neo, and he had him follow him on like a bicycle of some sort. And the only one that he lost was the Max Pro. The first Hover one and the Neo always kept up with him. The Max got, I don't know, confused by a tree or something at one point, or actually the Max hit the Neo. The Neo kept flying. The Max fell to the ground. It wasn't hurt. So again, this is just one test, but it seemed like the Max didn't follow as good as the other two. But again, in limited testing.
Bare Necessities got his Hover Air X1 Pro today. Yeah.
Who did?
Bare Necessities. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, did he get it from them directly, or did he buy it?
Atlanta. He said Atlanta. In Atlanta.
Did he buy it, or did he get it shipped to him by the company? We don't know that.
Don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think I've seen anybody have it that bought it from the company. All the people I've seen got it have received it. So it's good to know that somebody. Tom has a comment about unrealistic expectations on the Neo. It's not the best of FPV camera. It's near the top list when it comes to fun.
I 100% agree with that statement.
Bare Necessities got it at Indiegogo.
Oh, okay. So good. He bought it.
Yeah.
He bought his own money. My problem with fun drones is, like, I don't know. Some of these other drones have been, the Tello was fun or whatever, but will you still be having fun 6 months from now with it? How long will all that, that flying over your palm and doing circles around you, how long will that be fun?
Well,
I don't think it's going to last myself. I really don't. Maybe for a few months, people will have fun with it. What do you think, Marcus?
Well, I just was going to say, because you can use it so many different ways, that's going to make it last a little longer. Yeah, you may get tired of flying it as a selfie drone or whatever. Hey, then you'll put out a controller and you'll, in a situation where you don't want to be up in the air for 20 minutes, you just want to get a little 5-minute video. Hey, pretty cool. You got the controller to do that. Oh boy, all of a sudden you have an itch to fly a little FPV. Hey, you pull out the goggles, pull that thing out. Boom.
So Marco, your kids would love it. I'm telling you, your kids would love it.
DeMarco. Of course, Marcus, if you're a beginner, you pull $129 out of your pocket and order the RC N3 before you do that, flying like a camera drone. And if you're a beginner, you pull $500 for the goggles 3, another $200 for the FPV control. Now you pull another $700 out of your pocket to get all that equipment. Your statement only applies if you're already a drone nerd and you own all the equipment.
That's exactly right. I agree with what you're saying.
DeMarco, any thoughts?
I mean, the Neo I'm familiar with, though, but this box one, no, I haven't watched one video on that one. So
yeah, it's certainly not as popular as the whatever. Maybe it will be once it actually gets out in people's hands.
Who actually makes that? Who makes that too, Ron?
I believe it's the same people that make Johnny's favorite drone.
00 Robotics.
Zero. Yeah. What's Johnny's favorite drone? What's that little thing called?
V-Copter.
V-Copter.
I'm surprised they didn't send him one or two.
I know. Johnny should be the first one on the list to get it.
Yeah.
In fact, Lauren wants to trade Johnny and Neo for a V-Copter.
Hey,
that's a good trade.
Yeah. Jamie Miller says that we're going to get a Neo 2 next year. When's that Neo 2? When can we expect that Neo 2, Ron?
I'm going to cancel my order and just wait for the Neo 2.
Go.
That one will actually have the good camera.
Yeah. Jamie's right, though. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
Well, Ray, though, you say that, but we kept waiting for the Tello 2, and the Tello 2 never came. The Spark 2 never came. A lot of times, DJI makes a kind of a unique drone. They don't come out with a second one.
That's true.
I never bought the Tello. I'm going to borrow
Marcus is saying, when DJI comes out with a fun drone, because Spark was the first fun drone, because remember you could control it by hand things or whatever. So that was their first fun drone. Never made another one.
Yep.
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
So,
DeMarco, what's your thought on that?
None. I never had the Spark, so.
Okay.
DeMarco, what was your first real drone? Well, I know the Parrot. But I don't mean to knock on the Parrot. We know you had the Parrot way back.
I skipped the Spark. My first. Okay, let me ask: would the Zeno be the first real drone or no? I would say.
Well, well, in other words, you're saying non-toy drone. Is that what you're saying, DeMarco?
Yeah. So my
drone.
first real one was the Parrot, and then the Bugs, and then the Zeno, and then the Autel Evo. So
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hubs and DeMarco, I didn't put this as show notes, but I put it on the DroneNation Facebook group. They released a new enterprise drone called the Firefly, and that thing really looks like something. Of course, no pricing or I asked them in the video if it was available, if it was going to be available in the U.S., and they haven't responded yet.
Like I wonder if they would have had more success just doing the kitty drones like they
Right, on enterprise on
success meaning sales and making money. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got messed up when they hooked up with that guy Charlie, who rebranded him in the U.S. or whatever. I think it was
before that though. When they came out with that mini drone, I think that was the end of them. Yeah.
That mini drone was a disaster.
Yeah,
Totally. And then even the what they call their the EXO version of the drone,
the Ace Pro or
the Ace Pro. Yeah, it's just not. It works, but there's issues with it all along. They're just not. I kind of gave up on them at that point. They
kind of overpriced a little bit.
They've overpriced, and then I don't know. I think the EXO thing, they probably sold more drones through EXO, had somebody else marketing, but it's the same darn stuff. Ron, you uncovered an Amazon ad the other day of it looked like the Ace Pro 2 or something like that.
Right, that G-Man has, yeah.
It said generic drone is what it said. Didn't have a brand name until you look at the pictures, and then you can see the Hubsan logo. And Ron, it was expensive, right? Like $1,800.
I mean, way up there.
It was insane. Yeah,
I guess it was all to avoid the EXO ban in the U.S. for Hubsan drones.
Well, yeah. So no doubt they have some kind of contractual agreement with EXO not to sell drones in the U.S. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, MHI was asking here about the guest for the Air 3S. A little while ago, we originally heard the 15th, but Jasper Ellens is saying the 23rd now. So we're gonna go with our man Jasper on the 23rd.
23rd. Mm-hmm.
So
Mark Fisher's waiting for the Mavic 4 Pro and the OC Pro.
Here, Greg's saying the Max collided with the Neo and simply landed. He's right. I said it crashed. It didn't crash. It hit the Neo and landed. It landed. It was fine.
Hey, Michael Wright is saying that Best Buy now sells EXO. Wow, good for them.
Oh, really? You mean in store or on the website?
I don't know. He didn't specify. But good for them.
Somebody say,
"Hey, you just ask Lon. Lon knows when it's coming out. Ask Lon when it's coming out."
Hey, Lon, when are we going to see the Air 3S?
Lon's in here.
Yeah.
Yep. 23rd, right, Lon?
Lon, can you confirm, Jasper? All you do is wink your head once if you're confirming.
He's under DNA. He's under DNA.
Yeah.
See, Michael says he saw it under the glass. Good.
Wow.
See, now that Canada gets them first, we can't even ask Lauren no more.
Yeah. I don't know, Richard. You're saying the Hubsan Mini was a good drone. You have a way different opinion of it than I did.
Well, remember with Hubsan and Femi, not Femi's doing better now, but remember one person used to get what it worked, and the next person got one that didn't work.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of them that didn't work.
Speaking of Femi, go ahead, DeMarco.
Hold on, I'll just say that. Think about how when that came out, or like when they announced it. I wouldn't say that we cheered though, but we were excited. Hey, yeah, something else is coming out, and look at where it's at now. Like now, something comes out and we're all like, oh, okay, next,
Another one.
Well, because this to your point, DeMarco, the spec sheet looked so good, right? They built a beautiful spec sheet. It's too bad that the drone didn't live up to it. That's all.
Yeah. Not only that, Marcus, time after time after time.
Time after time after time.
Like now, like we're all just like, no, it's good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. I actually bought that original Hubsan Mini, and it wouldn't even take off. I couldn't even get it off the ground. And, I kind of raised heck with Hubsan, and they finally did some updates and stuff, and it kind of worked, but the video quality was never any good. It just was a problematic drone, start to finish.
And thank goodness you got in early, so you gave Johnny and I the heads up to cancel our order before we got.
Well, I did actually, and Hubsan actually sent me, to their credit, they sent me a whole nother kit, a whole nother drone, and it was
just as bad, right?
Well, it was a little bit better, but just as bad. And then I bought the little Hubsan Mini. What they call it, the Mini SE or whatever.
Yeah, it's the one Richard likes. He's got it right here.
Yeah,
he likes the little SE.
And it kind of worked too. I've tried to fly it here a while back and had nothing but problems with it. I don't know. All I know, listen, I can distill it down to this. You can go out and buy a DJI Mini for the same price, and it's going to work, and it's going to work great. So,
if you got $300 and you need a small drone, you got to get the DJI.
Yeah.
You don't have those issues with DJI.
Hey, this is a question for Ron to answer.
Yeah. It was called,
Hey, but we need to justify that, Ron. So this started out as DroneNation, and even DeMarco had one. You had two. The original Hubsan Zeno, it flew okay, and it had a ton of promise to it, and that's why Ron and I were excited about it in the beginning, because let
me help you a little bit there, Marcus. When the Hubsan came out with $300 with 4K 3-axis gimbal, the closest thing to that was $1,000 a DJI like Mavic Pro. So it was $700 cheaper than a drone and had the equivalent kind of camera specs on it.
It had a 4K camera, and it had a 3-axis gimbal, and it was brushless motors, and it was GPS. Yeah. Those were the
sounded good.
Yeah. Well, the original Hubsan Zeno had a few problems, but they kept working them out and tweaking it, and it kept getting better. But what our thought was at the time that Hubsan would evolve and become a mainstream drone manufacturer and have some quality stuff. However, that just isn't how it happened.
And unfortunately, a lot of people that Marcus and I worked with at Hubsan in the old days, getting all the firmware and stuff done, is those people all left the company.
Right.
I think that really hurt him. Hey, I want to thank Richard for his super chat at $10. He's one of our biggest supporters here, and a big supporter of some of the Secretary drones.
Guys, for me, during that time, I was looking at the Mavic Pro, but I wasn't, I was new in the hobby, so I wasn't sure that I wanted to spend that much. And when the Hubsan Zeno came out, I jumped on that quick. I mean, I was early. I paid for it months in advance. I think I got mine, I want to say, in November.
That's that's exactly what Ron and I did, both.
Yeah. Hey, and it was a fine drone. I mean, even now looking back on it, it did almost everything that I needed it to do at that time. Now, what happened since then is the Mini came out, the DJI Mini came out, which was just blew it away.
Right.
But man, the rest of that stuff, the Ace, all that's junk.
I got Johnny's comment right here.
Yeah, just don't want to land the Zeno too.
Good point, Johnny.
Yeah. Don't want to land that guy.
What do we used to call it though? The bounce, the Hubsan bounce,
the Hubsan drop.
Drop.
Remember Kelly Shores? He could never get his to stay still.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that little drone had no downward sensors on it. It didn't have optical flow, didn't have anything. All it had was a barometer within the drone plus GPS to tell it where it was at in space. So that was just kind of one of the things with that drone.
Hey, quick cats, remember that the Hubson Mini crashed during the live.
The Mini, was that hilarious or what?
That was.
Yeah.
Yep.
the video you talking about? Oh yeah, live stream. Oh,
that was our first clue.
And I think we all watched that live separately. And the looks on their faces when that thing crashed, they were just
yeah.
Lon's bringing up some other old drones. The Unique, the Walkeras, the 3DR Solos. It's a lot of.
So Richard, I think, has got a really great point there. That his next comment there. Yeah, just stay away from C-Fly. Whatever you do. You see anything with a C-Fly label on it?
And there used to be some rebranded C-Flies out there too, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it seems like a lot of people are going to get that new DJI Air 3S, though. The people in the chat.
Ray, what are they going to sell more of, Neos or Air 3Ss?
Yeah, I know.
That Neo, I'm just telling you, that Neo is going to end up being the best-selling DJI drone ever, and it's because of what my friend Ron always says. It's the price point.
We might as well change this show the Neo Nation, and we'll get more subscribers and views if we sit here and talk nothing about the Neo, nothing but Neo.
Yeah.
Mike Wright saying Unique made some great drones.
For their time, I agree. Yeah.
John Kubi's got a comment here. I'll be the first to mod the Neo and put a beta flight control on it. Well, I was thinking it's gonna be you, John.
Yeah, I'm thinking that has John Kubi written all over it.
Yeah. He's already planning on it, I bet. hey, who made that Me 4? That big thing that looked like a phantom?
Oh, that was Fimi. That was Xiaomi. Fimi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that drone. I
almost bought that.
Oh, I had that drone. Yeah. It was a typical Fimi. It had good days and bad days.
Hey, while we're brought up Fimi, G-Man already has 2 videos. I haven't got to watch his full flight review of the Fimi Mini 3 SE, but he put a short flight, just video clip up, whatever. And remember, that has a smaller sensor than the Fimi Mini 3, and it does have a 3-axis gimbal, but the video looked pretty good. And he was telling me in a chat that he can't know the difference between that electronic gimbal or whatever that the new one has versus the 3-axis on the other one that's so good.
Yawed a few times. That would be my.
Okay. Well, of course, the Neo has no 3-axis gimbal. Did you see a bunch of
yaw? Oh, the Neo, you mean? Yeah.
Did the Neo have yawing issues?
Listen, I didn't pay a lot of attention to it, but I'm sure it does, because the Neo just has a single-axis gimbal, and it depends entirely on electronic,
like Rock Study,
image stabilization. And to understand what that does, it's cropping in on the sensor, and as you're moving it, it's moving it around on the sensor. So, yeah, it's going to affect video quality.
Right. Yeah. So if you're shooting 4K, when it does all that, it's not actually going to be real 4K when it gets to your computer. So, well, we cover a lot of ground tonight, and I know it's only 10:08. Ray, you already said you have who this week on your show?
We got Bob Dempsey and Audrey Dempsey are going to be on. They're going to be talking about the Vegas drone meetup that's coming up, November 8th, I think, to the 10th. And then they're going to give us a preview of their cruise that they're holding right before the South Florida drone meetup in April.
Right.
So that sounds like a great cruise. Look, we were talking about it earlier, an 11-day cruise out of San Juan, But again, You need a lot of time if you're going to go on a cruise and then come to the South Florida drone meetup.
Ray, are you thinking about the cruise at all?
No, I'm too busy that week. You're just too busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there a Fly for Fun show this week, or is this the week?
Yeah, we got Charlie Mafia on.
Right.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's going to be on. And
Now, Ray, is it true Charlie took over a Drone Bum's slot on
they do it. Yeah, he does it on Sunday morning at sunrise. Okay. And Drone Bum comes in on the phone and narrates also sometimes.
Oh, wow.
But we're looking forward to having Charlie on the Fly for Fun show.
And I believe Charlie sent a drone to Chris Hope.
Oh, did he? I didn't know. I didn't know about that. I think
maybe an FPV drone. Chris did a live stream when he got it. Because those guys they could live stream with almost any drone. I don't know how those guys are such great live streamers. That's
cool. Cool.
We got an update here from Bill Drone Review. He's saying Hurricane Milton update on Road Talk Live Tuesday at 8 p.m. So we may be doing a show from the eye of the hurricane, Marcus.
Yep. Yeah, it could be. Could happen.
DeMarco, anything you want to bring up tonight, or anything you want to talk about, drone related or anything related?
Nope. We got a couple more weeks of football. Well, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. But then it's all over and it's back to regular life, sort of.
Oh, good.
I'm looking forward to that because I'm exhausted.
I can imagine. How'd the team do though, DeMarco?
We are currently 1-4.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Could be worse. Could be 0-4.
No. It's just we have half a team that's played before and half that has not. So yeah, you already know them. So
okay,
they're all scared to hit the tackle.
Well, on the good news, DeMarco, the Chiefs are up 16-7 on the Saints.
Oh, they are having looked.
Yeah.
Looking. I was
1-1 last week. So
we did good last week, right?
1-1.
Oh yeah, well those double headers, those darn double headers mess us up.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'm going to say Johnny Drone Flyer Saints and Joe Fotolito's Chiefs. We should have had those guys make picks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Joe's not picking the Saints. I tell you that.
So I'll go to DeMarco. I'm on DeMarco. I'll go to Marcus. What are your plans to acquire a DJI Neo? Is it the Best Buy route on Wednesday?
I think I'm going to run down to Best Buy and see it. If they don't have it and I can't just get it there, I'll just order it off of Amazon. Yeah, you can't even know. Last time I looked, it's been a day or so. DJI's website, it just says out of stock. You can't even order it. So
how about that, Ray? It's so hot you can't even order the thing now.
That says a lot. It does. Yeah.
I'm sure they're making a gazillion of them.
Right. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the thoughts on the pre-order and the Air 3S and whatever. I was just joking there. Do you think I'll go to Marcus first? Do you think the Air 3S will be a normal DJI release date where we'll have the teaser come out a couple days later, the drone will come out, and you'll be able to order it from all that morning? You'll be able to get it from DJI, Amazon, Best Buy, and you'll get it within a few days or whatever. Do you think that'll be the normal DJI release for the Air 3S?
Well, I mean, how are you going to know? But I would hope so, and I can say if it's not, I'll be disappointed.
Ray, do you think the Air 3S will be a normal release or a messed up?
I do. I think it's going to be a normal release because I think the pre-order type of release hurts sales. I do, and it annoys a lot of people, including me.
Both of us
don't like doing that.
We're in the same boat, Captain.
DeMarco, you think the Air 3S will go back to being a normal DJI release, or?
I'm going against Ray here. I'm saying that it will not be a normal release for some reason. I have no idea how they have messed us up every other time. I don't know.
Yeah, because they bounced back right after the Neo debacle. They bounced back with the DJI Action 5 Pro. They teased it. it came out. They showed it. It came out a couple days later. You could order it that day from wherever you wanted to. DJI, Amazon, Best Buy. I got my order at Amazon. I got mine the next day after they announced it. So it was back to be a normal DJI release or whatever.
That's my point. I agree with Ron. You never know, and you know when we'll know? We'll know the day that they announce it, and we see it on the website. That's when we'll know.
Yeah, because even the leakers aren't too good at knowing that stuff ahead of time, are they?
Right.
Yeah, Mike Wright's saying that the Neo combo.
Sorry, Ron.
Yeah, the Neo combo's out of stock.
Ron and I are both clicking. We're trying.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, Marcus.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You know where it is?
That was my fault. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's out of stock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it is. It's been out of stock on Amazon for, gosh, several days now. So, yeah, I think that's a clear sign that it may be the best-selling drone of all time for
or the least stocked of all time.
Yeah,
MHM Photography, he needs it by the 27th going Hawaii. Now, Jay Bird says the port strike could delay the airfares, but I read last week that the port strike has already been solved.
It's all done.
It is solved, but some of the ships were delayed in, I guess, unloading.
There will be a backlog.
I did see that. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. KC Crime Fighter always uses Best Buy to buy drones because they charge less tax. He means he's ordering them online from Best Buy then.
Yeah, I would
sure,
assume
tax would all be dependent on what state you lived in.
Yeah. Akashiro, good night.
Oh, good night, Warren.
Good night, Warren.
Akarasho. I'm sorry.
Get well soon. God bless.
Is Warren coming to the South Florida drone meetup this year, Ray?
He's not on the list. He's going through some medical issues right now. You know, he was in the emergency room this morning. He had a setback.
Oh,
but
no.
Get your rest and get well soon, Warren.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Jay Bird just saying it just temporarily stopped the strike. Oh, well, you know.
Not how I heard it, but who knows?
If my Air 3S doesn't show up, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
One thing about Best Buy, though, it's nice to be able to walk in there, see the drone in the case, or let them get it from the back room, and you got it in your hand. You know what I mean? And then you leave the store with it.
Do you have a Best Buy close to your house, Ray?
Yeah. I have one 20 minutes from here, and in Florida, it's even closer. Yeah.
Yeah, see, to me, it's kind of a hassle to get out to the Best Buy back or whatever. So, Ray, have you have any videos coming up, or have you been any good?
I do. Yeah, I got one being released tomorrow. I was at the fire prevention day at the Syosset Fire Department with Rob Kamada.
Yeah,
and he was flying his the fire department's DJI M30 thermal drone at They start actual fires in the parking lot, and he was flying above it, demonstrating it. You could see the, the hot spots and all of that. And it's cool. It's a cool video. And if you like fire trucks and everything, there'll be fire trucks in it. So it'll be good.
Why is Barkley
5
leaving
p.m.
early?
tomorrow?
Barkley's leaving early. What the heck?
Well, maybe he has to go early. I posted this picture. I think I had a conversation right there on the phone. I posted a picture in the last 24 hours on the DroneNation Facebook group. I was at the concrete ship at Sunset Beach on Saturday, and I took a photo of it. And I knew there was 2 other drones flying around, but I never saw it live. But when I looked down the photo, when I looked down towards the ship, there's a DJI mini drone way below me. You have to look really close to the picture, but you can see the little drone. I never knew it was there when I took the shot.
Not that it's scary when you see another drone, but it could be. It could be It could be bad, But again,
I think that may
only happened to me a couple of times where there were other drones flying while I was.
Oh, really? Well, that was the first time I've ever taken a picture of another drone when it wasn't on purpose.
Okay.
When I was in the air. So, I mean, Marcus, you made that point. These main drones are so small. I mean, the chances of you just randomly flying into another, these were all main drones flying. A main drone, I mean, the odds are pretty darn low.
They're pretty. Yeah, it's not that it couldn't happen, but I don't know what those odds are. It'd be tough.
About the chance of winning the Powerball lottery.
That's probably pretty close. Yeah.
Well, we went to spin up, 3 years ago now. Myself, Johnny, and Michael Wright were flying out by the lake early before class, as they say,
Before class.
and we were flying by that the fountain there, and we saw another drone flying, and we were wondering who it was. Turned out it was Rob Kamada. He was flying from the other end of the lake.
Too bad you didn't have remote ID back then. You wouldn't have been able to identify him.
Yep.
So, Casey Crime Fighters, he says Best Buy has the Neo available to order now, but the 5 more combo with the N3 controllers is coming soon. I picked up a Neo Yo controller from them.
I'm just interested in that because I just looked at Best Buy's website earlier today, and it wasn't available here, Casey. So I don't know.
And that's the whole this messed up release. All this conversation, like you can't even get straight information on whether like a big company like Best Buy actually has it from one person to another. Like they look and they see different information. So that's what I call a messed up release.
Right, I agree.
I agree. You don't even know for sure. Who
DJI does it purposely, though. They're doing it purposely to get the hype up, get people interested in the drone.
I don't know if the Neo needs I don't know if the Neo needs any more hype, right?
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, I'm just looking here on my Best Buy website right now, and all it says is coming soon. Yeah, so.
Brady, you think we'll see any Neos at the South Florida drone meetup this year?
Yeah, I think we will. No doubt about it. And while we're talking about it, I got it right here. John Gregory, he sent me a donation,
Oh, wow.
A couple of nice gift cards in here.
I see.
And we're going to buy a Neo and give it away at the South Florida drone meetup. Yeah.
And we got Bob Dempsey with a comment here. Hello, I was all talking on the phone to Aldrin. He's coming to the Vegas drone meetup. Whoa. Aldrin's a nice guy. We all got to meet him at Spin Up a couple years back.
Yeah.
So, and Aldrin's not only does it Neo, but he's got that Hover Max Pro selfie drone. I'm going to call it the king of the selfie drones. Well, we'll see when all the reviews are in. So, okay, I'm going to let everybody go. I mean, we usually go until 10:30, but we're killing time. Anyways, DeMarco, one more thing. Marcus, one more thing.
Well, I just I don't know if anybody's interested. I had kind of an interesting weekend flying drones, and I thought I'd talk about it for a second.
Go ahead. We got time.
Okay. So our friend from North Texas, Lauren Donauer, showed up in Idaho last week. Mm-hmm. And so, in fact, he came in on Thursday. I had other stuff going on with the Corvette on Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday, of course, we went right out to the Snake River Canyon, and it's very, very interesting watching a master like Lauren at work. He has that photographer's eye, much like that guy right there. He is able to frame up a shot and do things that I would never think of. And he took some pretty cool pictures and stuff. He flies that.
Did he get his big glass out?
He had more lenses and he swaps lenses back and forth like nobody's business.
Like a pro.
And I took him down to the dam itself, to the Swan Falls Dam, fooled around down there for a while. And on our way home, we called up another good friend. We called up Dr. Ted Bowman.
I believe he was in the chat tonight.
Yeah. We went over to Ted's house, had a drink. It was just water, but we had a drink, and made plans for the next day. So the three of us then, the next day, we explored another part of the Snake River. We went down to this place called Celebration Park, Guffey Bridge. Tons of history there. The Guffey Bridge was a railroad bridge, and they used to haul ore and supplies up to the mines up in the Oahe Mountains, the Silver City mines. So it was a lot of fun. We just spent the day out tooling around. Nothing more fun than flying with friends. We just had a great time flying drones, insulting each other. Just having a darn good time. hiking around and so forth. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Everybody. The reason I wanted to bring it up, Ron, is that everybody in this chat, I think, know both of those individuals very well, and they're good folks, and it's always a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to get out and fly with guys like that.
Ray, it sounds like it's a new meetup going.
I know.
Snake River meetup.
Marcus, you got some great places to fly out there. You might want to give it some thought, really.
Well, I really wanted to take Lauren up to the Lucky Peak Reservoir, but with the fires and all the activity, first responder activity going on, there's aircraft up there dipping in, picking up water and stuff out of the reservoir. And in fact, there's a TFR. And like I said, the Army Corps of Engineers sent me an email, and they said, hey, just stay away from here. And they didn't even need to tell me that. I knew that already. So
Johnny's saying it was a secret meetup.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a good time. So that's it. That's all I got to say, Ron.
Thank you for that, Marcus. So, Ray, you got secret spots, but they have secret meetups.
I know. I'm telling you.
You should have a secret meetup at a secret spot, Ray.
I know.
So,
sounds like a good time.
I want to thank Ray for coming on as our special guest tonight and kind of updating us on what's going on with the South Florida drone meetup. And of course, he'll get some updates from Bob Dempsey and Audrey on Thursday on some of the other meetups going on around the country, and we'll have an update on the Jupiter meetup sometime or whatever.
Yeah.
The cost of the Jupiter meetup are zero. You get yourself there or whatever. The no cost, no sign up, no requirements. Just show up and bring a drone.
Oh, you got to be in good with Bill at the.
As long as you're in with go with Bill at the Best Western.
Yeah.
You got to be a Best Western Plus member.
There you go.
That's a good time.
Yeah, and you got to like going behind a hotel and flying the intercoastal
waterway. Yeah.
And you got to like palm trees and sunsets and all that good stuff.
Good food.
Hopefully, DeMarco's going to sneak away next year and come
We'd
down.
love to have DeMarco down there for both meetups.
I wish I could. I do. I wish I could.
You'll be there in spirit.
Always.
Hopefully, by the time you're free to come to these things, Mark's will still be able to go to
it.
See you guys later.
That is the end of the show now. So I want to thank everybody who joined us in the chat tonight. And I know I said this before, but I want to say thoughts and prayers for everybody that's in the way of Hurricane. I already forget the name. What's Hurricane?
Milton.
Hurricane Milton hitting basically Central Florida, Tampa Bay area. So be safe, everybody. And we'll see you back here next Monday. I don't know. Well, I don't think anything will be released before next Monday. Besides these drones, I know that I've heard from leakers that the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 action camera is coming real soon, too. That's a favor of everybody's, too. So that's coming. Again, the Air 3S and the Mavic 4 rumors kind of cooled down this week, and of course the Neo hitting the U.S. this week. Especially the Amazon guys this week. So that's it. Have a good evening, folks, and stay safe. And don't forget Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget Fly for Fun at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, and don't forget Bill the Drone Reviewer 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Tuesday, and Bill Thomas on Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm hardly got through all that. Good night.
Good night, everybody.